A Dead Rose by Elizabeth Barrett Browning, 1806 to 1861. O rose, who dares to name thee? No longer roseate now, nor soft nor sweet, but pale and hard and dry as stubble-wheat, kept 7 years in a drawer. Thy titles shame thee. The breeze that used to blow thee between the hedgerow thorns, and take thee an odour up the lane to last all day. If breathing now, unsweetened, would forego thee, the sun that used to smite thee, and mix his glory in thy gorgeous urn, till beam appeared to bloom and flower to burn, if shining now, with not a hue would light thee, the dew that used to wet thee, and white first grow incarnadined, because it lay upon thee where the crimson was, if dropping now would darken where it met thee, the fly that lit upon thee to stretch the tendrils of its tiny feet along thy leaf's pure edges after heat, if lighting now would coldly overrun thee, the bee that once did suck thee, and build thy perfumed ambers up his hive, and swoon in thee for joy till scarce alive, if passing now would blindly overlook thee, the heart doth recognize thee alone, alone. The heart doth smell thee sweet, doth view thee fair, doth judge thee most complete, though seeing now those changes that disguise thee. Yes, and the heart doth owe thee more love, dead rose, than to such roses bold as Julia wears at dances, smiling cold. Lie still upon this heart which breaks below thee. Okay, this is a poem by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. She is an English poet from County Durham. She was the oldest of 12 children. She came from a rich family that had sugar plantations and slaves in Jamaica and the Americas. She started correspondence with Robert Browning, and they fell in love, and her father refused to give permission for them to get married, so they eloped and got married and went to live in Italy. So, A Dead Rose by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Okay, this poem is about the transience of beauty. The fact that beauty can't last forever. It's something that will always decay, the inevitability of decay. That beauty, external beauty, always fades, but there is always something inside. There is an internal value, and there is still beauty in the essence, in the memory of something that was beautiful. And this poem is looking at a rose that's been in a drawer for many years, and once this rose was beautiful and had beautiful colours and smelled fantastic, but now it's dry and hard, and there is nostalgia for what the rose used to be, the loss of this rose, of the beauty of this rose, the passage of its time. But this poem, it's about what is beauty and how beauty can make you feel, and the fact that there is something left after something is no longer beautiful, after time has taken away that beauty, there is still something inherently beautiful, inherently valuable in the essence of this thing that used to be beautiful. So, O rose, who dares name thee? No longer roseate now, nor soft nor sweet, but pale and hard and dry as stubble-wheat. So this is a poem, it's an ode to this rose. And this rose is no longer sweet, it's no longer soft, it's no longer beautiful. But it's pale, it's lost its colour, it's hard, it's dry, as stubble-wheat. Well, wheat grows in a field, and the farmer cuts the wheat when it's dry, and what's left is the stubble, is the stalks, and this is hard and dry, and this is the simile. Kept 7 years in a drawer, thy titles shame thee. So this rose, it used to be beautiful. It used to be soft. It used to have a lovely smell. But now it's hard and dry because it's been kept in a drawer. Thy titles shame thee. So what you used to be, it shames your current state, because you used to be a beautiful thing, and the state that you're in now, it shames what you used to be. The breeze that used to blow thee between the hedgerow thorns, and take away an odour up the lane to last all day, if breathing now unsweetened would forego thee. So you used to be growing in the breeze, and you used to be growing in the hedgerow, and you were part of nature, and the breeze that used to take the beautiful smell, and it used to take this beautiful smell up the lane along the road, and this beautiful smell would last all day. And this is what the rose used to be. This is part of the beauty of the breeze. If breathing now unsweetened would forego thee. But the breeze, if it found you now, if there wasn't something to perfume you, something to make you sweet again, the breeze would forget you, it would pass on you, because now you are nothing, now you have no smell. So the breeze wouldn't take you away. It's almost like the beauty of nature, it would no longer be interested in you. The sun that used to smite thee. So now we're talking about the sun shining on the flower, and mix his glory in thy gorgeous urn. So the urn, I have a feeling, is are the petals of the flowers, the shape of the flower, and the glory of the sun is going into the flower, and it's being mixed up. It's part of the beauty of the flower, till beam appeared to bloom and flower to burn. So, and now the beams of light are appearing to give petals, and the flowers are burning with the beauty of the sunshine. So the flower is infused, the sun and the beauty of the rose, they are one thing. If shining now, with not a hue would light thee. But if the sun was shining on you now, the sun wouldn't do anything to change your colour, because you have no colour now. Yes, so the sun would just ignore you. The dew that used to wet thee, the dew are these little dots of water that you find in the morning on plants, and the dew that used to wet thee, the dew is like it's giving power, it's giving life to the plant. And white first grow incarnadined, because it lay upon thee where the crimson was. So the dew which was lying upon you, and initially in the very earliest morning the dew is white, but then the redness, the crimson of your rose would incarnadine, would give a red colour to this dew, because it's lying where the red of the rose is. So it's the red of the rose, the crimson of the rose is infusing the dew. If the dew were dropping now, it would darken where it met thee, so it wouldn't take on this beautiful colour. The dew would just go dark and immediately be dull and dead. The fly that lit upon thee, from to alight, the fly that landed on you, to stretch the tiny tendrils of its feet, to put its feet on you, along thy leaf's pure edges after heat. So the fly that would land on the edges of the leaf after a hot day, if lighting now, would coldly overrun thee. So if this fly were alighting, were going to land on something, it would just go past you and look for something else. The bee that once did suck thee, and build thy perfumed ambers up his hive, and swoon in thee for joy till scarce alive. And now the bee that used to suck your nectar, and take thy perfumed ambers, and take the nectar from you, and take it to his hive. So amber is the colour of honey, and the perfume is the beautiful smell. And so this would take the beautiful smell of the honey and put it into his hive, and swoon in thee for joy till scarce alive. So the bee would be inside you, drinking up nectar and enjoying the perfume and the smell, and feeling really good in it, and almost losing itself, if passing now would blindly overlook thee. But if that bee was passing now, it wouldn't stop, it would just go on, it wouldn't see you. And now we have the change. The Volta. The heart doth recognise thee alone. So, the heart, my heart, love, still recognises you. Love is the only thing that recognises you. The heart doth smell thee sweet, doth view thee fair, doth judge thee most complete. So the heart still remembers. This is the nostalgia. It still remembers that you are sweet, that you are beautiful, that you are complete, that you are the most beautiful thing. So the heart, this is the nostalgia, this is the memory, this is the essence of what you once were. So love and the heart still remember how you used to be, though seeing now those changes that disguise thee. So the heart, love, it sees, it remembers you as you were, even though it sees the changes that have gone on. The heart still feels the value of the beauty that you had. Yes, and the heart doth owe thee more love, dead rose, than to such roses bold as Julia wears at dances, smiling cold. So the heart owes you a debt. It owes you a debt of love, because there are memories and nostalgia associated with this rose, and this rose is something to remember, and therefore the heart has a debt of love to thee, much deeper than just a rose that Julia, a girl, is wearing at dances. Yeah, at a dance, because the rose that she's wearing at the dance, it doesn't have nostalgic memories. Maybe one day it could, but not yet. And this rose has memories from the past. This rose was beautiful once. The time has passed. So the heart, love, owes you from the past. Lie still upon this heart which breaks below me, below thee. So my heart is full of sadness for what you used to be. My heart is breaking because of the inevitability of the loss of beauty, the fact that beauty is evanescent, it's something that cannot last, and the inevitability of loss. So a very pretty poem there. A Dead Rose by Elizabeth Barrett Browning.